Chapter 75, Encountering the Enemy Again. Liu San and the group was stunned. They had never seen the middle-aged man act like this. He secretly moved a few steps away from Wang Lin and asked, "Sir, what about this little brother? Is he going to encounter that bloody disaster because of us?" Wang Lin's expression was calm. He looked at the middle-aged man, but didn't say a word as Sidhu Nan's lazy voice floated into his ears. "This little baby is kind of interesting. His fortune-telling technique is pretty good. When it comes to normal people, he is able to see signs of their future, but when he wants to look into the future of us cultivators, it's like struggling in the water. I sent him some memories of me wiping out a sect, and he can't handle it anymore." In just one breath of time, the middle-aged scholar was covered in sweat. His gaze toward Wang Lin was no longer neutral, but filled with fear. He heard Liu San's words and quickly said, "Nothing to do with little brother. My skill isn't good enough. I can't see through it, can't see through it." With that, he repeatedly bowed with a bitter look on his face. The scene he saw before had already completely stunned him. That was not a normal world, but a hell filled with blood. Those people in the scene were obviously not mortals. They were able to fly in the sky and destroy mountains. The middle-aged man grew up learning the fortune-telling technique, so he knew that immortals existed. He also knew that he mustn't get involved, or he will die. Liu San frowned and was about to speak when he suddenly heard scream. A head flew through the area and landed on the ground. It rolled until it stopped next to the fire. Liu San's expression changed greatly. He quickly stood up as he realized that this head belonged to someone who was patrolling the area. Yang San grabbed the head. He clenched his fist and said, "Ergu, brother will get revenge for you." All of the guards took out their weapons, and their killing intent spread to the surroundings. The dark-faced man stood next to Liu San and asked, "Who are you? Seems like you guys don't understand the rules at all." A dark laugh came from the distance. Following a rustling sound, dozens of black-clothed men appeared from the ground. They patted the dirt off their clothes as they stared at everyone. "Mountain-splitting Palm Liu San, give us the thing and we will leave immediately. Otherwise, no one will leave here alive." A skinny and old man walked out of the group of black-clothed men. Liu San's face was as calm as water. He said, "I was wondering who it was. It seems it's the Vulture escort." The old man let out a laugh. "Man named Liu, there is no need to say pointless things. Your mighty escort officially went to carry out a shipment, but secretly brought back a 500-year-old ginseng. If you surrender it, you will all be safe. Don't let such a thing endanger your life." Liu San frowned. He looked at the people around him and thought, "How does the Vulture escort know that I was hiding the ginseng? It seems there are people in the same business with greedy hearts." With that, his gaze fell on Wang Lin and he sneered. He glanced at the dark-faced man. He clenched his hand and said, with a deep voice, "Whether or not I have the ginseng, are you going to steal it from me with your inferior martial arts skills?" The dark-faced man got the message and secretly got behind Wang Lin. Wang Lin frowned. The middle-aged man quickly stopped the dark-faced man and said, "What are you doing? This little brother isn't the enemy." The dark-faced man was stunned and was unable to respond. Just at that moment, the old man let out a laugh. "Man named Liu, I can't beat you, but our boss is going to act personally. You are a dead man." With that, he took a few steps back and said, "The boss has arrived." He immediately bowed on the ground. All of the black-clothed men became very excited. They all did the same as the old man and shouted, "The boss has arrived." A cold voice suddenly came from all sides. "Bring out the ginseng or you will die." The moment the voice arrived, a fist-sized fireball flew into the circle of carriages. The extremely hot fireball hit one of the escort members. Before he could even scream, he was burned to death. At that moment, everyone in the escort was stunned. Some of them even lost their grips on their weapons and dropped them on the ground. Yang Sen's eyes revealed a look of fear. What weapon is that?" he shouted. Heat surged around the fire, making the escort guards understand just how hot the fire was. Liu San's face was filled with shock. He took a few steps back and stared at the burned body, unable to say a word. The dark-faced man's eyes revealed extreme fear. He said, while trembling, immortal technique?" The dark-faced man took the test to enter a sect when he was a kid. After he failed, he entered the martial arts world. The test was deeply ingrained in his mind, so when he saw the fireball, he immediately made the connection. The old man revealed a proud expression and said, "Of course our boss is an immortal. Why don't you quickly hand the ginseng over to us?" All of the members of the escort looked at Liu San. Their eyes revealed a cry for help. If it was normal people, they would have the courage to fight, but this was an immortal. All of the escort guards lost their will to fight. Liu San revealed a bitter look. He was about to speak when 3 more fireballs appeared in the air, motionless. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he became very interested. From the looks of the fireballs, the person who was casting them couldn't have been higher than the 3rd layer. He touched his chin and sent out his divine sense. He quickly found the person on a large tree not far away. "What is this?" Wang Lin muttered. He was stunned. The person was about 20 years old and was at the peak of the 2nd layer. He could almost break into the 3rd layer. The young man's face was gloomy and was covered in scars. At first glance, he looked very ferocious, but the more Wang Lin looked, the more familiar he looked. The middle-aged scholar sighed. "Lao Liu, give it to them. Even if the North family finds out, they wouldn't blame us. The enemy is an immortal. How could us mortals defend against him?" Liu San hesitated for a bit, then helplessly took out a small case and placed it on the ground. The moment the case landed on the ground, it rose into the air. However, it didn't fly to the vulture escort people, but into Wang Lin's hand.